Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10, facing the voters.
How do I explain to my friends the inconsistencies you have?
Emotions running high during Congressman Mike Flood's final town hall of the year. Why some of the crowd said their questions went unanswered. Then a dangerous trend.
We're about to have a rush of vehicles here passing me in just a second.
An I-80 construction zone is becoming a trouble spot. What authorities say is driving the problem. Also a continued commitment.
It has been a strategy for the board for quite some years.
LPS is keeping counselors in every school. How the district plans to invest in students and safety. Also left in ruins.
Recovery won't happen overnight, but you will not go through this alone.
A Wisconsin community is left to pick up the pieces. How residents are moving forward together. And breaking now, emotions running high as Representative Mike Flood faces some tough questions during a heated town hall tonight. The town hall was marked by frequent shouting and interruptions as Representative Mike Flood answered questions from constituents. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. With the November elections coming up, a lot of voters have questions or they want to get some things off their chest. Our Danielle De Silva was at the town hall tonight.
It was a packed room at Nebraska Wesleyan Tuesday night. Constituents coming for answers and Congressman Flood ready to answer them.
Whether you vote for me or not, I am accountable to you.
But before the Q&A began, he said one of his biggest achievements was his Road to the Housing Act that became law.
And you know who I worked on this bill with? I worked on it with Habitat for Humanity. I worked on it with NeighborWorks Lincoln. I worked on it with your mayor, Larry and Gaylor Baird. And by the way, she and your city council are well on their way. They're over, I want to say, 2,600 homes so far on their way to 2030. That is an accomplishment.
But it wasn't too long before the crowd demanded him to address topics of concern, like defense spending.
You vote yes to increase our defense spending and no for Medicaid. However, poll after poll shows the voters disagree with your vote. How do I explain these inconsistencies, sir?
Many in the audience repeatedly calling him out on a lack of answering their questions. But many times the congressman addressing hot topics by providing broader perspectives.
But we find ourselves in a very uncertain world with countries like China that wake up every day and want to dismantle the United States as the world's sole superpower. We also have a very dangerous situation in the Middle East, and we have Russia.
Another topic
really is the SAVE Act. More than 90% of Republicans and well over 70% of Democrats believe that it's not too much to ask to show an ID when you vote. In fact, much of what's in the SAVE Act is in our state law in Nebraska that was approved by the voters.
After the town hall wrapped up, one Lincolnite giving feedback with gratitude, despite still yearning for more answers.
And I also think it's a good thing that Mike Flood hosts these in the first place.
This will be Mike Flood's final town hall for the year, but he does have many more events planned where he can speak to his constituents before the November election. Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Danielle. Good news tonight for the hundreds of thousands of travelers who use American Airlines. The company says its planes are flying again. Earlier this evening, American flights were grounded because of a technology glitch. The airline says the grounding lasted less than an hour. American says it's unclear what caused the IT problem, and teams quickly worked to resolve the problem. Developing now, law enforcement is calling on drivers to slow down after a surge in crashes. This is the stretch of road in Seward County where they're noticing an uptick in dangerous driving. And the construction zone there on I-80 is proving to be a problem when it comes to crashes lately. So the sheriff's office is hoping they can put the brakes on the situation. We're hearing from one of their captains tonight who's describing what deputies are noticing. But to fix the problem, they say drivers are going to have to do their part. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson has the story tonight. Mackenzie.
Yeah, the construction on I-80 has been a constant for a while now, and even though the speed limit dips, it seems like a lot of drivers are eager to make it to the other side of the orange cones. So tonight, I put my phone in a car mount on the dashboard and captured what traffic is like in the construction zone. Take a look. We're about to have a rush of vehicles here passing me in just a second. Let's count them. We've got one. Here comes number 2. We've got a third vehicle here and a fourth, all within under 30 seconds. 4 vehicles passing me as I am going the exact speed limit. Speeding is a problem in Seward County, especially on I-80, according to the sheriff's office.
You really don't have any slowdowns, so people get used to driving that 75 or above. And then when they do come into a construction zone, they tend not to slow down. They just tend to keep the cruise control on.
And now it's becoming a major concern. In the past 6 days, deputies rushing out to at least 3 crashes on I-80, the latest just on Tuesday morning. You can see there's some pretty bad damage left behind.
It tends to close down either east or westbound, and then at that point in time, we're backing up an off-ramp or two to try and get traffic off so we can keep traffic moving.
Captain Bradley Melby says they do what they can, but it's almost impossible to do a traffic stop in construction since there's not a great place to pull over.
We're vigilant. We're out there. I know the Nebraska State Patrol's out there a lot also. And the way that it's set up, that's kind of what we can do. We make a presence out there and make ourselves known.
So now the Seward County Sheriff's Office is calling on drivers to slow down and help bring an end to the crashes.
At least stay with the speed limit, maybe a little bit under. We know with traffic out there, it's hard to do that sometimes. But when you've got a semi out there that weighs 80,000 pounds going up against a car, it tends to be that the car doesn't manage very well, and neither does the truck when it comes up against concrete barriers.
Now, this part of the construction area is what Melby considers the most dangerous. He says the curve here can be hard to navigate safely, especially for anyone going 60 miles an hour or more. And you can see here, I actually got passed by 2 trucks when I was going the speed limit. Reporting in the studio, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
All right, very interesting. Thank you so much, Mackenzie. Also developing now, Lancaster County has confirmed more cases of cyclospora as health officials continue their investigation. The Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department says 32 cyclospora cases have now been confirmed in July. Health officials say the investigation is ongoing as they work with state and federal partners to try and determine where the local cases are connected and see if they are connected to national outbreaks. Let's get your first forecast on this Tuesday night. Here's a live look at the conditions right now from our Allo Cam. Looks nice and peaceful, right? Yeah, at least much quieter than late last night into the morning hours. Storms brought some people a lot of rain and wind. Not everyone saw it, though. Let's see what's on the horizon as far as temps and all that kind of stuff. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty?
Yeah, the precipitation very early this morning actually put Lincoln over what we normally are for the year. It's the first time I think this year that we've actually done that. So that's the good news. The bad news is it probably woke a lot of us up and we were all tired today. And it was a little warm too, 94 degrees. That's about 5 degrees above the average high for the capital city. Just about everybody in the 90s today, but things are trying to improve. We did see a little bit lower dew points today, so the humidity wasn't as high. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, Honda of Lincoln Cam, just a quiet evening out there. Still warm though. It still feels like 92 with that dew point of 75 with a temperature of 84. Some storms in southwest Nebraska slowly making their way south and southeast. Most of the state not seeing much, but a sprinkle trying to get going between Columbus, Grand Island, and Lincoln. Temperatures in the 80s to the east, 70s to the west. The dew point still very high in the 70s for just about everybody, so that heat index is a little high as well. As we head through tomorrow morning, we won't cool off much and we'll try for the 90s once again tomorrow. We are going to see some warm temperatures the next several days and some storm chances. The forecast in a few.
All right, thank you, Rusty. We want to let you know funeral arrangements are now set for Kent Boughton, who died 2 days ago after a courageous battle with cancer. His celebration of life will be at 10 a.m. this Saturday, August 1st, at St. Paul's Lutheran Church right there in Grand Island. They also are going to live stream the service on the church's Facebook page. Visitation is from 5 to 7 p.m. this Friday night at the church. We're receiving new details tonight on a tornado that tore through parts of Wisconsin. Yeah, kind of an eerie calm has settled over this Wisconsin community, broken only by the sounds of emergency crews and neighbors trying to make sense of What's left behind? The National Weather Service says after surveying damage, they've determined it was an EF3 tornado hitting an area near Green Bay with winds up to 140 miles an hour, leaving behind this devastating scene. Officials say despite the widespread damage, no serious injuries have been reported.
Please know that your city, the county, and our emergency responders are working side by side to help our community recover as quickly and as safely as possible. Recovery won't happen overnight, but you will not go through this alone. This community has always been at its best when neighbors help neighbors, and I have no doubt that that spirit will carry us through the days ahead.
Crews are continuing to clear debris and restore power as the National Weather Service surveys the damage to determine whether any additional tornadoes touch down during the storms. Coming up after the break, mission accomplished. Nebraska Task Force 1 is back home tonight after being deployed to flood-ravaged Texas. They'll welcome home after 13 days of service. And all new tomorrow morning, setting the foundation. Nebraska is earning high marks for early childhood education. Wake up with Channel 8's Andrew Ward to find out where the Cornhusker State ranks nationwide. We'll be right back. New at 10, Nebraska Task Force 1 officially making it back to the capital city tonight. They spent 13 days in South Texas helping local agencies as that state dealt with some major flooding. Yeah, here they are turning in some of the radios they used for communication during their deployment to Texas. The 45-member team helped keep an eye on flooded areas and made sure local residents were ready for rising waters. Some family members were on hand tonight here in Lincoln to officially welcome home their loved ones, and we just want to wish them a welcome home as well. The city of Beatrice is taking the next step in cleaning up the former Dempster Industries site. Is now seeking bids to demolish 3 buildings, remove debris, and clear large scrap metal piles. You see, after missing out on an EPA grant and facing limited local funding, city leaders say they need the community's help here. The number of buildings demolished will depend on the cost of the project. Quotes to do this are due August 7th. New tonight, Lincoln Public Schools is looking to preserve student support in its budget. As LPS works on finalizing its 2026-2027 budget, district leaders say they plan to keep a counselor in every school. This comes after the loss of a federal grant that helped fund the positions. The proposed budget also includes money for security upgrades at dozens of school entrances.
I mean, it has been a strategy for the board for quite some years to have a counselor in every school, and we were doing well in making that happen, and we are still going to make that happen, and that only happens with the strategic planning behind it and thoughts behind it, of like what are our goals overall, and being guided by that strat plan.
The preliminary budget would also keep the district's property tax levy at its current rate, with the board expected to take up the final plan later this summer. And with students set to head back to the classroom in just a few weeks, there's the school bus. We're getting you ready as well. Keokian kicks our Back to School series tomorrow with stories to help families prepare for the new school year. So wake up with Channel 8's Andrew Ward to catch his one-on-one with LPS Superintendent John Scretta. And don't forget, our drive with LPS is Thursday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. at our station just south of 10th of Van Dorn. It's a great way to help out kids in need in our community. You can stop and meet some of our team and drop off any supplies. It's going to be right here in our parking lot outside the station. If you scan the QR code on your screen, you can see what items are needed the most. But of course, as always, any donations are appreciated.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
It was still a warm day today, and after the storms that we had overnight, very early this morning, kind of hoped it would cool us off a little bit, but it really didn't. It just kind of added a little more moisture to the atmosphere. Temperatures were still able to rebound. We got to 94, which is only 5 degrees above average. Overnight low temperature, early morning 71, so that was above average, and the humidity was a little high. It wasn't outrageous like it has been in recent memory, but still, record precipitation too. We had officially 1.46 in the capital city, but on my side of the town, southeast Lincoln, I had 2.5 inches. So it really depended on where you were at. I saw some reports of 3 to 4 inches. 48th and Cornhusker Highway, I'm dreaming of a day where I see no more orange. I think that that day is a long ways away. We'll see though. Temperatures right now still very warm. 84s in Omaha, Lincoln, Beatrice, 80 in Hebron, but the further west you go, the cooler it gets. 70 in Imperial, 71 in Scotts Bluff. But around here, 80s for everybody. 81, 82, 84 in Lincoln and Beatrice. This is the problem. We need to get this cleared out of here. It can be 80 at night, but when you have dew points near 82, that's not good. We're at 79 in New York, 75 in Lincoln, Wahoo. When you see purple, that's bad. 78 in Wahoo, 77 in Beatrice. So the heat index in the 90s. So it's still, you can't open up the windows, still need the AC. My electric bill is going to be astronomical, I have a feeling. You really don't want to see that bill. Southeast wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Zooming out, maybe a sprinkle trying to get going in between Columbus, Grand Island, and Lincoln. That 99.9% of that not getting to the ground. This is fading quickly. A lot of lightning bolts with it earlier, but now this is just slowly. And that's fine. This is exactly what you want for areas that need the precipitation. Some areas of the Panhandle, there's more storms off to the north and west, so they're not done with the precipitation. Now, as we head through tonight, might see an isolated storm try to pop up. Remember last night? That's kind of what happened here. One cell basically ran over Lincoln, and then that was it. And then the night before, it was over by Columbus. So tonight, maybe it's a little further south. That's sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but we'll see. An isolated storm overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Rain showers off to the south and west. This kind of fades away, and then along the border, 6 a.m., lingering showers and storms, and then we kind of wait. Spot showers every now and then on Wednesday, tomorrow afternoon. Most of us dry. Notice it just gets close here by Wednesday night, then that fades away, then more spot showers and storms. Look at this, little bit of a line here with the frontal boundary through early Thursday, but the best chance for strong to severe storms will be this Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, anywhere around this. I mean, this pocket could easily be over here. So something is going to cross the entire state, giving us a decent chance for severe weather on Thursday. And because of that, the entire state almost has a level 1 marginal risk we've still got a couple of days to figure that one out. Temperatures tonight around 70, highs tomorrow upper 80s to around 90, and that's your forecast every single day for the next 10. Very close to 90 degrees all the way through the first several days of August. A storm chance, small chance Wednesday and Friday, and then I think the better chance will be that storm's system on Thursday. Weather trivia time. If the temperature and dew point are the same, what does that mean? 0% humidity, 25%, 50%, or 100% humidity. Temperature and dew point. Exactly.
Means 100%, doesn't it?
Absolutely it does, 100%. That's when we usually see things like fog or dew or frost when it's cold.
All right, thank you, Rusty. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to be taking you through the Sports Zone once again tonight after the break. The Big Ten Media Days bringing some potential changes to the conference championship format for football. Stay with us.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, powered by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Hi, everyone. Rod Fowler once again. Let's jump into the Sports Zone together, shall we? The Big Ten Commissioner talking on playoff expansion. It's Big Ten Media Days for football out in Chicago. Commissioner Tony Petitti touched on several of college football's biggest issues. But the headline, the Big Ten is willing to give up its conference championship game if it means expanding the college football playoff to 24 teams. And Petitti says that's where the conversation has to start.
Powerful to win a Big Ten championship, and teams play hard. They want to win that game, but you're talking about a pretty tough journey to go all the way through, and where you're playing next, and what happens if a team loses that game, they don't get a bye, and they have to go play, relatively quickly. We think overall that if we can expand the playoff and have the access we need, we'd be willing to make that trade. As great as our championship game is, it's been, wildly successful. We've had incredible games the last couple of seasons, and but I still think we're willing to do that because we believe that access is still the most important thing.
Yeah, how about imagining this, a college football playoff game right here at Memorial Stadium? It'd be a real possibility for more programs under an expanded format. The commissioner also pushed back on recent talk of the SEC breaking away from the NCAA, saying college athletics is better served when the major conferences work together.
And that's all about staying together. Like, getting this bill right is all about staying together in the system we have. I think the second path is going to be, if we can't get the bill, can we come up with a system that improves CSE? And I think all that work is also going to be doing it together. Look, if those things don't happen, I think every league is going to be in the position to say, what are we going to do that's better than what we have now? And do we have to do it ourselves? And again, I think, like, breakaway is just, it's a word that creates a lot of emotion.
Petiti also talked about federal NIL legislation and sports gambling as Big Ten football media days continue this week in Chicago. Nebraska softball star Jody Fromm speaking at the Collegiate Women's Sports Awards show today. She was nominated for the Athlete of the Year award. The winner of that award ended up being UCLA's Lauren Betts. And even though Fromm did not win, she still gave a speech full of gratitude. She reflected on what it meant to her to come back to Nebraska to play college softball.
I think it just changed the trajectory of my entire life. On the field, obviously I got to wear the home state jersey and play alongside my best friends, and that was always the dream. And to get to finish at the World Series was incredible. And then the way that it has just changed my life, I played my entire 5th year married, now expecting our first kid, got to finish the end of the season pregnant.
And she adds that she's thanking God for all the good days and the bad days with Nebraska, and that she wouldn't change a thing. Let's switch over now to Husker volleyball. While incoming freshman middle blocker Keani Williams hasn't played a regular season match yet, she says her first few months in Lincoln have already felt like a dream. The highly touted freshman appeared on a podcast saying she's still getting used to calling herself a Husker after growing up watching the program from afar. Williams says her first spring helped her learn the team's culture, build chemistry with her new teammates, and prepare for her first season in red.
Once I got here, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm here and I'm doing everything, and I'm with girls that I've watched through TV. Or it was like, wow, like, I committed to University of Nebraska, but I wasn't there yet. But once I got here, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm here and I'm doing everything, and I'm with girls that I've watched through TV or just through my phone and stuff. And I'm just like, wow, like, I'm sitting with Bergen Riley, Harper Murray, and Laney, and Choi Boy, and just everyone. And yeah, it was amazing feeling to know that, and still to this day I still feel the same way. I'm just like, wow, like, I'm here, and it's just a big blessing. But yeah, it was great.
Williams says her biggest focus before the season opens is developing her offensive game and adding more power to her attack while learning from Nebraska's veteran middle blockers. Some exciting stuff as we inch ever so closer to the start of the new season. Well, that's a look at your sports zone. Thank you for joining us for that. We'll be right back with a check of your forecast. Now at 10, a powerful painting now hangs in a local family restaurant. Maggie Jane Osmond is the sister of Tony Mancito, the owner of Momo Pizzeria. She created this painting as a tribute to strength, resilience, and the hope of those living with cystic fibrosis. Tony's daughter has that disease, so Maggie made this painting as a symbol of love that families provide through life's challenges. All right, final check of the weather. Rusty, hey, we didn't hit a heat index of like 185 today. We're making progress.
185. That's a high heat index.
I exaggerate a little bit.
It was humid today, not as humid as it has been the last several days, but there's still moisture in the atmosphere, so there's most of the rain is well off to our west into the Panhandle and far southwest Nebraska. But I'm going to zoom into this right here, just northwest of Grand Island. Some spot showers are trying to get going. This happened last night too, where just a little blip showed up on the radar, and eventually we had quite the storm rolling through the capital city. So we'll keep an eye on that. For now, though, temperatures in the 70s and 80s. It's 68 in Imperial. How about that? 92 for a heat index in Lincoln. So still muggy out there. Better tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you for joining us. Andrew in Houston will be here bright and early at 5 o'clock. Jimmy Kimmel's coming up next. Have a great night.
Founded and operated by American veterans and patriots, we bring a warrior ethos to every case. We are Barry Law.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.